Yeet.
Mom?
He's a bitch.
Really? That's all you can come up with this time?
You's a bitch.
You had how long
I'm
to think
tired.
this
I'm
time?
sleepy.
Anyways, hello everyone and welcome to the Z Tier
You're
podcast.
right.
This is week 21 for us, but this should be the 4th episode on YouTube. If not, it's the 5th one, and I'm bad at counting. My name is Sir Galvanium, also known as Max. You can find me on twitch.tv/Sir Galvanium and literally any other social media under that same name. Anyways,
Wait, the Z tier podcast?
Melody's too A tier for us, apparently.
Yeah.
I'm a
Sit down
P
and-
tier.
Sorry. No, she thought this
Should
was
get
the
someone to-
Y tier.
should get someone to brand the P.
Wait, this
to
isn't the
penguin.
Y tier?
I'm the P tier.
Am I gonna have to duck out this early into the podcast? I hope not.
Was that it?
Neil just got
I'm
on.
Melody. I am also Mulity. You can follow me at twitch.tv/Mulity. And Breadbox.
Hi, I'm Sir Galvanium on Twitch. He doesn't have a gun
Oh my
to
god,
my
you
head
have hands
to
now.
tell me. I have hands
Brett
now.
has hands.
An
Woo.
affiliate.
Yeah.
And he has affiliate.
Bread hands.
Woo!
And affiliate, yeah. Got that. I got that
Moving
one
on
badge.
in the
Games
world.
on your phone?
Yes.
What games do you have?
Can I play?
Sorry,
Can I
I
play with
clipped
them?
that. I went back and clipped that. on stream.
Maybe.
Got hands and
There was something
affiliate,
I
yeah.
wanted
many
to say,
kids.
but I can't remember it now. Oh yeah, you always buy gold. There you go. Oh,
The prophet has
Please
risen.
hurry, Doc.
Buy
What
gold.
wise words do you bring us?
Bye. Go.
Hello, Blush.
I gotta go. I just sit in the damn fucking seat. Man,
There you
shut the
go.
door.
It's so hard to sit down.
It really is.
And those are the wise words
I'm
of golden
so
bread that we
fucking-
get.
Tired.
Are you done, Brad?
Maybe. You want an episode?
Dumpling Society.
Can I go?
Want to smoke some pot?
You have no idea.
Yeah!
Come to the dark side with me.
Come to the dark side. We have
I thought he was
some
gonna be like,
smokes.
just break off a piece of loaf, just break off a loaf
Yeah,
of
piece of-
weed bread.
Want a
Can you
snack?
imagine smoking bread?
No, I'm good, thanks. I'm Darestrix. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Darestrix. You can also. I should stop plugging the archives because I haven't uploaded anything on it. I'm still going through that. There'll be like a massive video dump when I finally get all of it and be like, yeah, I should do this. You can also follow me on Twitter at Darestrix42, and that's about it. Your turn.
I'm Arctic. I'm a VRChat creator. I have nothing else to plug because I'm boring. Your next jungle.
Besides that third up, that .03, whatever the fuck
Alright.
the new update is, might might hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or expressed
That's
her
gonna
distaste for the
suck.
3.0. Yeah.
I have no idea how to use this new menu on my hand, besides to throw candy corn at people.
It's a thing. That's what it
I
is.
don't- What do you mean? This is the most fun thing in the world. Pew.
It does make
Oh, wait, it's over here too.
Oh my
I was
God.
just on the
Sorry,
one
you
hand.
startled me.
Dual.
For desktop
I
users,
can also stand
it
up
does
again.
make accessing
Motherfucker.
remote
That's why I'm not
select
messing with it.
easier.
I'll break if I keep standing
No,
up.
Darling, this is going on YouTube. Stop.
Boy.
Dora. Dora.
That would've gotten really
Okay,
bad.
Jungle, you want to do your introduction?
That went to a place.
Was that your hentai emote, or was that a different
Okay,
one?
sir.
No, it wasn't. It was a
Okay.
different one.
We would have been fine.
Oh, you can't do
I
it.
don't want to get a copyright strike on
That's
this, our
called
5th episode onto YouTube.
Don't worry, they'll
Are
find
you
a way to
trying
copyright
throw
strike
two
you for
snowballs at
anything.
once?
So those two are
Alright,
juggling their balls.
I know you
Jungle,
like
you wanna-
throwing
you wanna
my
do your
hometown
introduction?
around.
Max does
Jungle.
not look happy with this at all. All right. All right.
Stop
what's up,
it!
everybody?
I only have so much of a home left.
Oh,
No.
Jesus Christ!
No.
All right. What's up, everybody? I am Jungle Scott. You can find me on Twitch at Jungle.
Wow.
I'm also wait. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's not how my intros go. I'm a voice actor. I'm a Twitch clipper, and I'm also a Twitch streamer, which you can find me at Jungle Scott 54. You can also find me on Twitter at Scott Jungle, and I have a YouTube, but I don't use it. So that's pretty much about it. On to Jacob.
It works
I
better
thought
when your
someone
mic's
was in
on.
my room. I thought someone was in my room. I got very startled.
Yeah.
But why is there so much fucking confetti? Are you having a party over there? What's going on, man?
I tried to catch with my mouth.
I'm just having a little bit of fun.
I can tell, Brent.
Confetti.
Confetti.
Ooh, confetti. You want to see something scary, Jacob?
Get out of Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, this has gone so fucking wrong.
Alright.
I'm sorry.
Hi,
never
I'm
gonna get
killing
it.
Talon.
Stop it.
I'm killing him.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Jacob
Sorry.
Bizzle 32. I recently started Twitch. I'm stuck at 27 followers, but I don't really care. You could come and watch me, but I know that I'm digging a grave with just kind of staying there. I don't really do much besides what I'm doing right now, which is make random jokes being spooked by ghosts. But you know, that's about it. That's all I really do. Random improv moments where it's like, ooh, spiderweb. Or like, ooh, boo. That's about it. I don't really do much else besides make people laugh. Take some candy.
Boo.
Jesus! Stop doing that.
Saw the candy corn just.
It's on to you.
When did they add these emotes in?
my
If you
cheeks
can
too
breathe.
hurt. My cheeks hurt too
How long have
much.
these existed?
No. But hi, I'm Talon. I started streaming on Twitch about a week ago, so hi, you can follow me at Talon Noir. I'm stuck at 42 followers. Please help.
Red, I'm not kissing you.
Bet.
I also do commissions. Just message me, DM me, whatever, on Twitter, Discord, if you want to know what my commission prices are. I also have Twitter, things like Talon Noir and Talon Illustrates at Twitter, or like the opposite. I don't know my own name. I don't know. So yeah.
Whoa!
Oh.
All of a sudden, I just went wee. I'm like, yay!
I love that. You went to do
Hi.
some sort of like nice turn round and then you
I-
fall on exorcist.
I think
Hi,
Micro's
my name's
trying
turn
to
round
get
and then
in.
exorcism.
Scared
Is
me.
Micro getting in?
Yeah, Micro just requested off of me.
No, it's okay. It just scared me. Oh my god, another one? Oh, thanks for the follow. Oh, Maris.
Crystal,
Yeah.
just a word of warning. Whenever that happens and you go, oh god, another one, then you full on exorcist, like your head goes all the way around, your arms start.
You're like, oh my god.
Ow.
Ah, yes. Demons.
My throat's still itchy from the throat swab.
I'm looking.
Ugh.
By the way, Jacob, I'm
Yeah.
looking at you through the camera,
It's-
and you're
I'm
just
good.
like,
Your
when you look
turn.
up at it, your eyes just barely poke over, like, hey, what's up
I'm
going
now
on,
stuck
guys?
at 44.
I know, and I love it. It's like
6
the whole, like,
more.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right.
any games
Okay. Hi, my name's Frosted Fricks. I do voices. I do voice acting. I
Wow.
have a Twitch channel. Frosted Fricks on Twitch. Frosted Fricks on Twitter. You can check out the Discord, which you find it by hitting exclamation Discord in the chat. And also, am going to be doing a 24-hour stream next week, Thursday to Friday.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna and I'm
You want to give the actual dates for that for when this is up on YouTube?
Yeah, 13th and 14th of August. And I'm going to be giving away 2 free keys to a video game that I voiced in. And there
Oh.
might be some other stuff, little fun surprises here and there that I'm not
He's
telling
gonna release
everybody
the
about.
serial
Car,
video.
Can I have that?
You don't want my car. Your car's better than mine. But
Still?
I
No,
want-
yours is newer.
Eh.
It's blue.
I don't have a
it's
car.
gross.
blue.
But what was I saying? Derailed me there for. Yeah, it's for a video game that just released, the full release video game. So it's gonna be, and there's gonna be other things peppered in there too that I'm gonna probably doing some little giveaways here and there. I recommend checking that out because I'm doing this 24-hour stream because you guys helped me get there. So yeah.
Okay, well, that's all the introductions out of the way then. For our first topic, I'm gonna hand
you?
things over to Frosted because he's the one that put this in the group DM, and it was a lot of text, and I can't read that much. So, Frosted, you want to handle this?
Okay, LTDR. Long time didn't read.
A lot of text you didn't read.
A lot of text didn't read exactly. So essentially, there's a bunch of teachers in a lot of like high schools and whatnot. There's one specifically. They got an email from their like the board of director or the principal of the school, who had expressed that the school is going to start starting back up, and even though they understand that their parents and not all schools are open back up, these teachers have to make a choice whether or not they stay home with their kids, make sure they're responsible adults, or they don't have a job.
Mm-hmm.
Or they go, yeah. So it's like essentially you don't have a job. We understand you have to stay home with your kids, but you have to come to work. So they're essentially putting these parent teachers in a situation where they have to choose from their own children and financial dependence. I mean, financial stability.
Mm-mm.
It's pretty messed up.
It is.
Yeah. That's messed up, bro.
So yeah. I can see him sitting over there because he used to do stuff like.
It's weird looking this way to see. Dara.
So Dara, I figured you'd have the most stance in the situation. You would be the best for this to kind of tag in here.
So I think it's fucking bullshit that the schools are even opening in period because of the state of the pandemic. I mean, I saw photos of a high school in Georgia and that had reopened, and it was just the halls were completely packed with students, like nut to butt levels. And it's like, oh yeah, social distancing is totally possible, but it's, and then the bullshit of, hey, and the teachers, yes, it's fucking bullshit for the teachers, but it's bullshit for a lot of people who were basically given. So yeah, stay home. Your kids can't go to school or daycare or whatever, and you're a single parent, but you still need to show up for work, and if you don't, you're fired. I was like, fuck you. That's fucking stupid. Like the amount of bullshit that is set up to where we don't take care. We really don't take care of the individual. Like
Nope.
all of the citizens of the U.S. are literally just numbers on a graph to higher ups, and
Here's
it's so stupid.
I was gonna say, here's the crazier part. Out here in New York, our objective the entire time was to flat curve, and we did. And you wanna know what's funny? They still aren't sending the kids back to school because they know it's time.
Yeah.
But then there's other states that are going completely against the grain on this.
Yep.
Because I don't
Oh.
know, what's the word I'm looking for when dealing? Oh, entitlement. But it's like they feel that they don't have to do it because everyone else already did it, so it must not need to be around the system. Florida is one of the worst states right now going through this because they refuse to
vape in
accept
my
it.
helmet. No.
Oh, God, my eye.
Oh no! Just why don't do that?
Well, I'll
my
be
helmet.
damned.
My state schools are.
This is why I said
Yeah,
those
mine
last
too.
3 topics are
I
for
knew
if
he
we
was
can
gonna
get through
try and
these.
do it when he bought VR, and I was just waiting for the moment that he's like, "This was a bad idea."
Or, maybe, Fred, maybe this is a nice incentive to, I don't know, stop doing that.
How do you?
Could be very careful where I blow it now.
Yeah, he's just gonna have
How's
to
it-
like
how's
try
it-
to like redirect it somewhere else.
I was like, oh, I'll just take a drag while they're talking, and then all of a sudden, just my helmet fills with smoke, and I'm like, that's not good.
Well, here's the other problem, bro. I mean, it was bad enough we could hear it when you were on desktop, but now the mic is literally right next to your face when you hit that thing, so it's very loud.
Yeah, we just
So
always
I'm
hear
big
is
the
like.
Oculus mic. Is it really that loud?
Yeah.
Oh, I see where my mic is. I do apologize.
So,
Hey,
going back to the
dog.
actual
Yes.
topic at hand right now.
Alright.
So that picture talking about the school in Georgia. It was like a picture of a bunch of kids in school, very crowded.
Yeah.
So I do believe that the kid who took that picture was suspended from that school because it
taking the
made the school
photo.
look bad. Yeah.
Yep. I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me.
The
boo-hoo,
kid
he's
did
actually
get
telling the truth.
unsuspended, but only after the school
Right.
was called out on every social media platform by millions of people.
Caroline,
Yeah.
thanks for
And,
follow.
and that's where the fucking, like, everyone keeps saying when the second phase of COVID hits. There is no second phase. The first phase never fucking ended. We've been in it this whole time. Flatten the curve is so that we could then have, reduce the strain on medical facilities. It doesn't mean, hey, let's get below this line, and once we do, then go back to where we were. That's not how this fucking works. And the idiocy of people and the fucking world, the US specifically, it baffles me. It fucking baffles me. Like, did nobody watch History Channel? Did nobody watch Bill Nye the Science Guy? Did nobody watch fucking educational shit? Did nobody pay attention in fucking school? Like, how?
No, it's
I'm done.
no, it's
Nah, dude, I understand why you're mad, but my mom's a preschool teacher, so she's figuring out how to like work with parents and stuff that want to bring their kids back to school, and she's having a hard time trying to figure everything out because the other school, my mom works in the church we go to, so it's a Christian preschool. The other school that does preschool goes, we're gonna have online preschool for 3 and 4-year-olds.
What?
That's not.
I don't
Yeah.
know
No.
if I have no
That's not
idea how
gonna
you're gonna
help,
do that.
first of all.
I don't
Yeah.
know, but if like I went in there and most of the time, like whenever I was in high school and I had time, I would stop by and see my mom during my day of high school. It'd be like most of the little kids
Mom.
would just be like stop and be like, "Oh," and just stare at me.
Yeah. That's
And I'm like
adorable.
looking down at them, and I'm like, "Mm-hmm," and then they would be like,
have micro on
and they run off. So it would be like they're spanned. Like they didn't like they were like, ah, you're tall. Look colors, and they were like gone. They were done. They were done. I don't know how you can keep a bunch of 3-year-olds sitting in front of a computer all day.
Play
That
Fortnite.
baffles me. That's in my town.
You can't.
So it's
Recess,
like I'm
you load
giving
up
like
Fortnite, you play it for an
People
hour,
are gonna
and
be
then
like,
people
"I-
tell you to
Is
come
there
back on.
games on here? They'll be
it's
playing
like I'm giving my
video
I'm
games on
giving
your
my mom
phone.
like a round of applause for like trying to figure this all out because like that's her own
Yeah.
job. Like so
Oh,
I'm like,
and
go
frickin',
Mama Penguin, go.
yes. Yes, and also my mom is also like still right now as of right now is part of is a middle school teacher. She's also having to deal with this because like there's been several issues where they were actually I've like listened in on her meeting sometimes about how they're planning to do the school year for this upcoming year, and they freaking like they had it to where they were making up a perfect little system where like some days would be like either online or they would just have like a few days where people would come in for like a certain group would come in at one like 2 days for the week, and then they would have another group come in the other one. It was actually really well thought out and well planned out for this kind of thing. And then on the last day before, like they pretty much had to get it when it was before it was like the deadline for that. They basically it's like either the governor or the person in charge of like the whole school board said, "Oh, this is unacceptable. Make a school plan for all the students to either come back or be all online."
Wow.
And I looked at it. I'm just like, who is running this country? Like, at least on that level. Like, what makes you think
Educational
that
side,
that's
who's
okay?
running it?
Doctorate.
Educated.
No.
No, they're
Like,
It's
not.
like
you would think the
it's-
people.
it's
You would
like
think the people in
working.
charge of education would know that.
The people in
Those are the,
charge of
those
working
are
at-
the people that are
education
making
hate
that decision.
education. The federal
Yeah.
Well, the people
government
that
secretary of education wants to defund the entire public school system. The people who are in charge of it do not fucking care about it.
Yeah, to give you an
It's the
idea,
same with, like-
one of the board.
Go ahead.
I'm about to say to give you an idea, one of the board of directors out here in where I live, it's they get I think what was it like something to $250,000 or something like that.
Wow.
It just makes
Right.
me think back. Like I know that like schools spend money on things that they shouldn't have. Because when I was in high school, the gym that like all the graduations and all these other big assemblies and everything was
Mhm.
back whenever my parents were in high school. That thing doesn't have AC, which means I had to go through
Oh.
graduation in 90-degree weather wearing a black gown, and it was so hot. That was the
yikes.
only thing that sucked. And we were graduating. They were like, "We're getting a new AC unit for the gym." Instead, they spent it on a
Yay.
new football field and bleachers and track.
That sounds like what they did
And
with
it
my
was like-
school.
Oh yeah,
Yay,
they were like, "We
football
are giving
taking all
this."
the
We're like,
budget at
"Where's our
every
new AC?" And they're
school.
like, "Oh, we spent it on the football field." We're like, "Why?"
Wow, thanks.
Because the football field makes us money and doesn't make y'all a dime. That's why we spend it on it right there.
It was like
Well,
the
that's
assembly,
essentially what
the
happened
last
in my
assembly.
high school too.
It was like the last assembly I remember was like they were like, "I know it's hot in here and don't go to sleep," and all the seniors were like, "Oh my god,
Oh
God,
no.
is that you?" It's like, stay awake. It's like, "Don't
God.
tell me what to do."
That's
Jungle.
Grandma.
Jungle.
So bad.
Yeah.
You know when you were saying you were listening on to your mum's meetings while they're all online?
Yeah.
I wanted to go on a side tangent, but everybody else brought it up. But now I can say my side tangent. So the other day, my friend had he had a lesson online, and I was like, "Do you reckon they'd notice if I joined?" He was like, "So I sat in that class that I have never taken. It was on plans. I don't know anything, and I
All
ate
right,
an
so
We'll be
entire
right back.
Pringles tube,
so
Quite
Taro
to
in my
leave.
chat says
and they never guessed.
so
I was
Taro
even
in
called upon to
chat?
answer something, and I was just like,
Yeah.
"No, I don't know it." And then I continued playing League.
Go ahead, Frosted.
Okay, okay. So Taro in my chat, I like how this school's doing it. Taro in my chat says they're giving them an option. They can either stay at home and do classes from home, or they can go to the school. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I like that as an option because it gives everyone an opportunity to get the education that kids nowadays desperately need. But it also gives the parents an option to make sure that their kids are safe. Because you shouldn't be jam packing students into a school right now of all the
Right.
times.
And that's the thing.
Yes.
That's the other thing to touch upon, and kind of deals with whenever I was was teaching for a short stint. I'm fairly certain most of the parents. Now, yes, the fucking educating branches and bureaus and politicians and all them, they just want the numbers to look pretty for re-election. I get that. But the parents who are like, get our kids back to school and all this kind of shit, I guarantee you it's because they want their kid out of the fucking house. They can't stand their kid.
Yeah.
I know because
My
one of my
fa-
coworkers, he's always like, I go to he's like, I can't go to the gym. He's like, pretty much coming to work is the only chance I get to get away from home. It's like, do you hate your family that fucking much that you try to
Right.
find any and every possible way to get the fuck out of there? Why are you married? Why did you have kids? Like, why the fuck? Yes, Fred.
May I go to the bathroom, Mr. Dara?
And you're gonna hold it until your piss fills your eyeballs. Got it? Go to the bathroom.
Can we
Thank you,
clip
Mr. Dara.
You're a teacher now, Dara. How do you feel?
I'm not even kidding.
Okay.
I am gonna go take a
Mr.
massive shit.
Strix.
Here's the thing. Like, I wouldn't have minded. Like, I don't mind teaching things, especially when I understand it and I'm passionate about it. I just didn't want to go being a teacher because of the fucking political bullshit that happens, and you're constantly fighting against the system and trying because none of these decisions that are made are ever actually in the best interest of the kids. It's never in the interest of the kids. It's always in the interest of the pocketbooks, and I mean the fucking standardized teaching systems. Like a lot, like these kids have to read these books or they're not even books, they're stories. And you'd read the story and go, what the fuck even is going on? This makes no sense. And it's one of those, well, the book needs to be, is purchased for thousands of dollars because the same company that makes the book also got the rights to make the test exams that these kids have to take every, 3 months or whatever. So they're double dipping. And it's like that's so it's basically the people who write the book write the test. Well, that's not how it should be. I mean, I remember my teachers had to basically write the test themselves. And
Mhm.
but because these companies write the test, that's also why, okay, this math book that you bought last year, well, we're writing a whole new test. You need to buy the new math book. Math is math. It hasn't changed for millennia. Why the fuck do we need to buy a brand new math book every 2 years? Oh, that's right, because you want to keep making money. I mean, I remember when I was in high school, I had a math book that was published in like 1985. And guess
Wow.
what? The way that those problems were solved and the way that those algorithms were done, still done today. Nothing's fucking changed. Now, if the books are literally falling apart because they were published in 1970 whatever, then yes, I can understand. But by forcing schools to purchase these, but then cut the budget for the schools to be able to purchase this shit, it's such bullshit, and I personally could not deal with that. I saw it, I could not deal with that. The political bullshit, and I could not deal with seeing these parents who clearly gave no shits about their kid. They looked at their kid as if because that kid ruined their life, basically. And it's like, you should not be a parent. And I would not be a good teacher because I would flat out tell them to their face, you're an asshole, you're an idiot, fuck you, this kid, you cannot take this kid. I will take care of this kid because I'll probably do a better fucking job than you're doing right now. It's just, it's like, it was soul crushing and it's pathetic and it's sad. It's, so that's why I never actually pursued a teaching career.
Dara's the
That's
hero
the
we
other
all
sad
need.
Never.
Because that's the other sad thing. Like a lot of people who I do know, like who graduated with me, who were like, yeah, I want to be a teacher. They wanted to go be a teacher for private schools. because they actually got paid, a decent wage, and were able to teach the way that they wanted to teach. The public school system is the one that gets shafted in all of it, and that's not. I mean, we are one of like a handful of countries, a tiny handful of countries who has a public education system, and I think we're one of like the only ones who has a public education that goes from 5 years old all the way through high school. Most other places, once you hit the high school ages, you have to pay for that shit. That's basically
We have it.
university. Yeah, you have to pay for it. That's why you always hear them, I'm in uni, I'm in university. And it's like, oh, and then you find out, oh well, actually you're in 10th grade. But for them, that's university because they're paying out of pocket for that. We're the only country that I am aware of that has from start to finish. So yeah, I'm also a huge proponent of, okay, we've got the public education system for that. Why don't we, give massive benefits to people who want to continue their education? Like
'Cause that would be lending money to adults.
Because that's
No,
communism.
the
Well,
government doesn't like that.
they do no, but that's the thing. That's the thing. They do lend the money to the adults at astronomical fucking return rates.
Ah,
That's why
yes, your
most people
student
who see
debt.
higher education, yes, our student debts are fucking
Getting tired of looking up at people.
I know.
I said,
Mm.
plug your camera that way.
It's okay.
I'm sorry, I ranted again.
It's for both of
Nah,
us.
dude, it's fine
No,
because
that rant was well deserved. That rant was well deserved.
Yeah.
you saying
You're
that,
asking what?
That was a
like
rant.
But it's
it
good.
made
However, his.
Sorry.
I just feel like I've
Love
been
you,
ranting a
Dara.
lot lately. I love you too.
Dara
Melody.
ranted
I
to
just
me
feel-
3 times last night.
Do you
Yeah, I
guys
just-
want to
Yeah.
come to switch places? I can sit in your seat and
Alright.
cuddle or
you
something.
you saying that brought back
Red
one of
Fox,
my
you're the
brother's
buffer.
friends. He was playing. He used to play basketball, and everyone thought he was gonna be a sportsy dude. Ended up becoming a teacher, and
Yeah.
the way he
Was he a
found
PE
like
teacher? Don't know.
no,
I
he's
keep putting my
not.
hand up.
He's a math teacher, and I love how he teaches because he started teaching my the last semester I was there in high school. And whenever it came to, he wasn't finished teaching yet, so he decided to do like a little bit like online stuff. These were the ways he did it. He would have weird introductions. So the Avengers thing would play. He's dressed up as Spider-Man, teaching how to do the
That's
math.
awesome.
That's
He's-
awesome.
He is 6'4". Or like 6'5" or something. He's way taller than I am. And he's like, he's done Spider-Man, he's done The Matrix, he's done Star Wars, he's done all these different. He's done Bob Ross. He did Bob Ross. How to do
That is a
math.
lesson I want to be in.
Wow.
Dude,
Yes.
I love how he's doing it because like all the students were like, oh, we have a new teacher, and like because he would help people that were like struggling, and within the first like few weeks they were like, hey, what's up? And he's like, I got a special episode coming out, and they're like, oh yeah, what's that? What's it out? He's like, I'm not giving away any secrets. You're gonna have to find out. Tune in. And they're like, all right, and they would like everyone would watch his videos. Even I would, and I was
Oh.
graduated, and I was like, I love this.
Well, it's
That's
just like
awesome.
one of my teacher in high school. He was the same. Like in in college or in high school, he was a basketball player, and everybody thought he'd be this big star. He was my drama instructor, and he was passionate about plays. I mean, he wrote plays. Like two of the productions that I did for him were productions that he himself wrote, and
I'm
they
gonna
were
say this first.
amazing. And what sucked was the last year of my high school years, my senior year, he had to duck out because the principal kept for years kept telling him, "Hey, I want you to teach the basketball team. Screw drama." He kept trying to kill the drama program, and he was just like, "I want you to teach basketball. I want you to teach basketball." And my teacher, Mr. Hale, just constantly was like, "No, the drama program is where I'm passionate about." And then finally, in my senior year, the principal basically gave him an ultimatum. He was like, either you teach the basketball team and be the coach for the basketball team, and I will keep the drama program going and put a different teacher for it, or if you don't, I'm completely shutting it down, no questions asked. And so to save the drama courses, my teacher became the basketball coach and could not teach my senior year. And I was we were
That's
all
messed
crushed.
up.
It is so
I-
fucked.
I'm gonna say his first name. I'm not gonna say his full name like that, but his name's Nathaniel. Literally, because Nathaniel was whenever we were growing up, he was friends with my brother, so I saw him a lot. He was a super shy, tall dude, but then in high school, like after they all graduated and stuff, he started like making math videos and teaching everyone. The way he went, everyone was caught off guard, and my sister-in-law was my English teacher, and she's like, "We're gonna read a book." It's his book. Nathaniel wrote a book, and it got published. And I really enjoyed his book. it was actually really good. It caught me off guard because I was like, "Hold up!" Flipped it to the back. It was a picture of him. I was like, "Oh shit!"
God damn, man. You make
Yeah,
really
one of
good
my-
books. And it was a book about plays, about how he really enjoyed plays, and he was like, his book is online. I'm gonna have to remember the name. I have to ask my sister a lot about it, or him. But it was a book about how a dude really liked plays, and he decided to give up being a teacher and go to New York and buy an old theater and try and make his own play. And it was super good. I enjoyed every second of reading it, which takes me a lot to find a book that I actually like. And like I was like, after I got done, I had foods class, so I made food and I would take it to random teachers, and I'd like walk up and I was like, "Plop, here's some cinnamon rolls. I don't know if they're good because I made them." And he's like, "Ah, thanks, man." I was like, "I really enjoyed your book, like a lot, Nathaniel. That was like the best book I've read in high school." And he's like, "Oh, thanks, dude. That helps a lot. I'm glad you read it." I was like,
Wow.
I don't know what else to say. See you, Nathaniel. I walked out. He was like super steady about it. It was Nathaniel. So it's weird thinking that a majority of my brother's friends and the people I grew up with are now teaching in my high school. It's weird, but it's like also very cool. I'm so glad you wrote that book.
And that's the other thing of like, because the structure is so controlled now, it's like, because a lot of you young like not quite understand this, but does anybody remember in like elementary school doing spelling tests?
God, I was
Yep.
glad I
Yes.
can't
Yeah.
spell.
Yeah, I think
Right,
there
we
were
would-
They were
spelling
one of the
tests, yeah.
Yeah.
stupidest things ever.
Right, but you
can't
learned
spell.
how to spell the word, which then let you learn that word. So every time you saw that word
Yeah.
in the book, you knew what that word was. They don't do spelling tests anymore. They don't cover spelling at all.
Yo, that
Hey, Dara?
sucks. That's
You could literally,
dumb.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you could
I'm
literally
heavily
go to the results
dyslexic
of like
and I still
people
don't.
online.
I'm not good at them.
Like you could look at the results like online of how
Still
people spell
bad
the
at
word
them.
pregnant, and that's pretty much how we're gonna be
Pregnante.
going.
But that's,
Pregnant.
but that red flag
Pregnant.
to me,
Pregnant.
I mean,
Preg-
because
Am I pregnant?
Agnes?
rather
Pregnant?
than
Sorry.
put funding into the education system to help the the individuals who have dyslexia or attention span ADD and all that kind of stuff, rather than putting programs, because there's the group that's like, okay, for like with math, I look at the way that they were teaching math and I go, there was a small vocal group whose parents basically said, my kid doesn't learn this way, and rather than putting the time and money and effort into creating systems to help that, to to break it up, they basically just said, no, we're going to rewrite everything so that it helps these small individuals, and everyone else has to go, I don't fucking understand this. And it's the same with the rather
Oh
than
my God,
try to find other ways to help someone with dyslexia, they just said, fuck it, no spelling bees at all, because they don't want to deal with the parent. They don't want to deal with the Karens.
Granted, no one wanted to deal
Like,
with my
come
mum. I
on.
don't want to deal with my mum.
And don't get me wrong, like, your dyslexia makes you who you are, and that's awesome. That's incredible. All these
Actually,
things
it just
make
makes it so I
people who
can't
they
spell
are.
well.
but what I'm trying to say is like embrace it and everything. Society, like the way our systems are structured, should help you
Will do.
to to better embrace what makes you you, rather than try to flatten everything and make everyone on the same page. It's like, no, we're all different. We all learn differently. We all, the kids that I would work with, and once I got one-on-one with them, everybody was like, oh my God, this kid's such a handful. But if I got him on one-on-one, he was like hooked on every word when I found what he was interested in. But when you got 35 students, second grade students, and one teacher per classroom, they don't have the time for that. And then whenever you tell them, okay, here's your literal structure. In the morning, it's reading. In the right after that, it's writing. Right after that is math, and then right after that, it's go home. No art.
That's not a lot.
Rip
No.
science.
Oh my.
Yeah,
Oh,
no
why
art, no
science?
music, no nothing. Science doesn't come in until they hit like third or fourth grade. It's like
Wow.
it was so. It just
Oh.
made no sense. And they got one recess, and that was with lunch. I remember when I was in elementary school, we got two recesses: a small, like little 15-minute one, and then the one at lunch.
Huh.
Now, just one recess. So these kids are sat in these seats for like 4 hours. Of course they're crazy and chaotic, because their attention span's not going to hold up. Hell, I fucking get bored sitting in a chair for 4 fucking hours not being able to do anything I want to do. I mean, hell, that's what my
Yeah.
fucking job is.
Yeah.
Of course these kids don't want to be here. Of course these kids aren't going to pay attention.
I wish I
especially
could
whenever... Go ahead.
Oh, so going with what you said, the breaks thing. I wish that to all that is holy, I could go back to the breaks I used to have in
Oh,
high school. and
oh my God, I remember nap time. Nowadays, I'm like, fuck, I want nap time back.
Yeah, nap time, bro.
No,
Nap
Fuck that
time.
shit when I was a kid. Now I'm
On a
like, God, I
serious
wish it was
note,
nap
no.
time.
You guys had nap
on a
time?
serious note, Nora,
Or recess?
I
Nap
work
time.
9 hours normally. That's as long as that's a little longer than I went to school, and they gave me an hour's break.
Yeah.
I get 15 minutes. Oh,
It's
and I'm
stupid,
like,
man. It's absolutely stupid.
what I wouldn't kill for an hour's break where I could sit around and do fucking
Do
nothing.
fucking nothing. I mean, that's why that John Mulaney joke is fucking hilarious about,
It took me like
when you
10
were a
minutes
kid,
to
you
find the name
complained
of this
about not
book,
doing
but
anything. It's like,
Get the
what did you
fuck
do?
out of me,
It's like,
dude.
oh, we didn't do nothing. But when you're an adult and somebody asks, what did
I
you
was like,
do over the
your
weekend?
book's on
It's
your
like, I
Facebook
did
somewhere.
nothing. Their face lights up because it's like,
Somewhere.
I didn't do anything. It
I
was
didn't do a
fucking
single
great.
fuck-
I didn't do I didn't do a single fucking thing. It's like, how sad is it that that's what
I
happens with us?
slept till 3 in the
I
afternoon.
know, right?
Dude, I barely remember taking nap time at school, but I do remember there was one time where we had our own mats and
I
stuff,
take nap
and then
times at my
we're
work.
like,
I'm not allowed to. I just do.
and it
too.
was like they were like, you can have nap time. I remember there was like, it's very blurry, but it was like kindergarten. I passed out on the mat, and then I woke up, and they were like, you have like 10 more minutes until we leave, and I was like, what happened? They're like, you
What?
missed. They're like, you missed half of class. No one could wake you up, and I was like,
What?
oh.
Oh,
I just kind of
lucky.
I like laid back down.
I'd be very concerned.
I only had nap
Heavy sleeper, dude.
time in like kindergarten.
As
Yeah,
a
I had
baby,
nap time in
I
as
kindergarten.
didn't
a
have any
baby in
nap
my town,
time
my
in
mom had to put me in the
kindergarten. We had
bathtub because the
recess, but
tornado
that
was
was about
across our street.
it.
Oh no.
In any of my schools, we weren't allowed to sleep in class, or else we would have gotten in trouble, which meant I did detention.
Yeah,
I did
I
that
don't
anyway,
know
though.
how. I ate an
'Cause you
orange in
cannot wake me.
study hall one time without being
sleep
caught,
the
and there was
sleep
2
of the
teachers
dead.
in the room.
You cannot wake me.
They
You
were
could
both
slam a
staring at me,
book
and I was just
next
like,
to my head,
what's up?
and I still wouldn't wake up.
Here's,
Yeah,
here's
that's
the really
impressive.
weird
For the
thing
dead.
about
How I
like all
sleep.
this stuff that, like, yeah, school
Getting
does suck nowadays. Like, it, like I remembered that. Like, I agree. I fought nap time when I was a kid. I would not fight it nowadays.
I'm going to do
Like,
an interruption.
Okay,
Go
you
ahead, hon.
interrupted
You
my.
can say it.
You're a furry.
No, no.
Frosted, thank you for finally announcing that you're a furry.
Rumor come out. Does
I
Frosted
was
do
thinking
furry?
Frogger the whole time. I was thinking that you heard it. Oh my god! I reached 50 followers.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's pie.
You're
You know,
keeping an
okay,
eye on
I
it.
feel like
Where are you?
I've been watching the whole time, sending people to you.
What?
Oh.
Good job.
Okay, I got
You and
6.
Kitaku both. You're like you. I got friends on the other
Doing
side.
good, Deadpan. Got it. Yeah, we got her.
Thanks,
Good
everyone.
Good job, everybody.
Good
Good
job.
job.
Jungle, sorry I interrupted you, but
The
it was
rumor
really
come out.
important.
Does
I'm
Frosted do
sorry.
Yeah, no, that's important. That was important. You're right. Let's see,
Yay!
my
Yeah,
point was,
Pogs in the
yeah.
chat.
Anyone's willing to
Hold
start
on.
a large rumor mill of that,
Congratulations.
please go
Let's
for it.
see.
I-
The point I was going.
I legit have been sitting here watching your stream
Uh,
the whole time.
Yeah.
the point I was
Just
gonna
wow,
make was,
you creep.
oh, I got it,
I
guys.
love you. Mwah.
I
I love you
Thank
too.
you.
don't like the fact that
Love
you three.
nowadays we're treating younger kids to basically be ready for sitting in a cubicle all day, because that's not how kids are supposed to be. They're freaking kids. You're not gonna get in line as well as you think you are.
I'd
Like,
love
I
to
don't
sleep
understand
in a
how the
cubicle
older
all day.
people up there are gonna think that they're gonna be able to control the kids. Like,
Mm.
let
Mm.
them like become
You
people,
guys did a heckin'
not
good-
No.
machines.
I know exactly how we control kids. So, we get the voice actor for Captain Price, and we just send him at them. I, as an adult, would not challenge that man. Some child
Alright,
would be
this
shitting
is-
themselves.
Alright, this is how we do our 2x2 times tables. Better listen up. Otherwise, I'm gonna fuck your head up. You understand that?
Not gonna
I'm
be
gonna send
repeating
you out there
myself.
into the bush. Do you know how many men are fucking killed? You are fucking nothing. Let's fucking do this. Alright, 2 times 2 is what?
Well,
Bam! I said 2 times 2 is what?
Times 2 is
4.
I strangely enjoy this
Okay,
a lot.
kids, we are leaving.
Yeah, school bell, your
on
fire
your feet,
alarm's going.
class, we
On
are
your feet,
leaving.
class, we are leaving.
On your feet, soldier, we are leaving.
Leave a
Give me-
single file line. Nobody looking behind you. Nobody getting left behind.
Hey. Take your lunch or leave it. You decide.
Tomorrow,
you realise you're
Either
in
get your lunch from the
detention, Ross?
cafeteria or bring your bag lunch.
I don't want to see your
call.
fucking mug here ever again. Do you understand?
He just wa- he just- every time he leaves the classroom, when the last student has left, he goes up to the light switch and he goes, "Bravo 6 going dark."
That is
And
really nice.
switches it off.
I know. I really need my water.
Bravo 6 going
So-
dark.
There's an intruder in the school, and all you hear is Bravo 6 going dark.
Dark. Oh,
Sam
Friendly,
Fisher
remember
glasses
to
come down.
hydrate people.
Hashtag
Yes.
hydrate.
Absolutely.
On
So, what I was gonna
Don't
say,
mind me.
Kids
So to
disruptive and he's
jump
just
to a
like,
different
I
topic.
was really
Yeah.
Jumping to a different topic, there is a list of fucking
Okay.
things that we are going to talk about. We've gotten through one.
Which
It's been 50 goddamn
I've been
minutes.
going for an hour. And
The next one should
There
be
are
very
people
short.
6 topics on
You are
this
forgetting, 'cause
goddamn
we got
list.
Captain Price involved.
Ha! So,
Bravo
let's
6
So-
move on to the
dark.
next.
Next topic.
team.
Beirut. Beirut. I'm sorry, I don't know how to
Beirut.
pronounce it. There was a tragedy.
Beirut.
150 plus people died.
Beirut.
Many more were injured, and devastation all across the city. Damage being reported is up to 15 miles away from the center of the explosion. It is a
Good lord.
This
tragedy,
is shocking.
and
Yeah, it was fucking
Okay, it's
brutal.
really toasty right now.
it, and
Bye, bye.
and it was. I have an NPR article pulled up on it, because I've been reading this while you guys have been
I have all
doing.
the.
It was
The Captain
caused
Price
by
bit.
2,750 tons of ammonium
Tell me
nitrate
storage.
improperly being stored for too long.
I knew it! Called it! I freaking knew it! Okay, ammonium nitrate, it cannot be stored. No,
Frosted,
it's
wait a
sad,
second,
but I
wait a
freaking
minute.
know.
Frosted,
Calm your
this
No,
is a
I-
tragedy,
I-
and you're yelling, "I knew it."
Little
I know
respect.
it's
It's a
Respect for the
tragedy because I
goddamn
knew some
situation, man.
dumbass freaking. I have respect for it, but I don't respect a place that didn't do something common. That's freaking common knowledge. I don't care who you are. Ammonium nitrate explodes with poor storage.
Well, and the thing is, they were
Especially
told.
2,750 tons of it. They were
Yeah, they
told
were-
about it, and I
they
know.
were
I don't know
told.
why I looked at you
And
and
no, no,
wondering
no.
why is
They
it
were
Friday?
told this is you need to store. This is improper storage. Like multiple times, they were told you need to properly
like, "Is it
store this
Friday?"
shit, and they just fucking ignored them and said, "No,
It's
it's fine, it's
Friday.
fine." And then guess what? Fireworks factory goes up and causes a
Time.
destabilization next to it, and boom. I mean, I
It
watched
wasn't
the
a
video
fireworks
of it of the explosion not too long after it happened, and I could not stop looking at it because just watching the shockwave of destruction.
Yeah.
It's like
It was
the
like there was a
ammonium
bunch of
nitrate,
clouds and stuff, and the
but it
first
is able
spark was like,
to
it's gone.
be
It wasn't-
exploded by at room
it-
temperature and by UV light. It is literally one of the most unstable gases
Yeah,
that we
that's-
have.
That's what I wrote. That's what I wrote in the thing because I know
They
that
might as
for
well
a
have put it in
fact,
a
'cause
fucking
I went
greenhouse.
to chemistry class. I remember I did this in chemistry, and I also I might have done an experiment.
You did
with
this in
my father at one point.
You did this in chemistry.
And I knew.
You-
Yeah, it was to show the combust.
God, you
We were
lived in
doing
the
some
1940s. They're not
combustible
like kids
stuff,
in a Bunsen
and they
burner now.
we took it out to a field. We took it out to a field, and the teacher's like,
Yeah.
"Okay, I'm gonna open the cap of this, but I'm gonna have to throw it real far." And she's like, "This chucks it," and she goes, "Okay."
Was it a
And
grenade?
it's still
Oh,
no, it
shit.
might as well have been though. But but yeah, I called it. I called it because I'm sitting there and I'm like, listen, I read ammonium nitrate and I'm like, that literally will explode if it's exposed to the sun. And the way you can delay the explosion, believe it or not, is to freeze it. So you can freeze it and you can actually have it set to a time. So like if you were to freeze ammonium nitrate and coat it on the outside of let's say something might be and toss it out, you don't need to actually detonate that item. You just have to wait for it to frost.
Oh.
You could it'll explode to a temperature. And on top of that, you could even do something like do the same thing and put it in like direct sunlight and it'll explode. You can do something as simple as like I don't know, have a laser point and it'll explode. There is a lot of different there's a
Wow.
lot of different things that could cause the thing to literally explode. And the fact that and the fireworks factory thing, total horseshit. I watched the video. There's nothing in there. All that it was improper storage, and that's what it is to begin with, and that's what it was to end with. I say that because I hate. I saw it. And I hate the fact that they improperly stored. I looked at it. And I'm like immediately when I saw it, I'm like, this was caused by bad storage. This was caused because someone didn't listen. They're like, oh no, we know everything, and then you got that one guy going, yeah, but probably move that. And what happens? 150 people die, several thousand are injured, and there's 15 miles in the circumference worth of damage, or something that was 2,750 tons of ammonium nitrate, which is equivalent to almost one atom bomb. So it's like, congratulations, guys. Like it's bad. It was like I forgot how many actual tons of TNT exploded. Like literally, it would be the equivalent of several tons of TNT. And if you watch the video from the one angle I showed you guys,
Yeah.
like I knew it was an atom bomb size because of the building next to it. When you watch the video, the building next to it doesn't fall; it vaporizes.
It disintegrates. Yeah.
Yeah, it takes out the
Yeah,
building
it
completely.
It literally got Thanos snapped out of the existence.
And that was
nothing
why I
to do with
had
fireworks.
watched it so many times. That's why when I first saw it, I watched it so many times because I'm like, I was watching that building, I was like, the destructive force. Because that I'm like, at first I was like, okay, that building got. I was like, wait, no, that building doesn't exist
No.
anymore. Holy shit!
That building
Like,
gone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I went back and watched it like 3 times because the first time I noticed,
Should have
like,
been stored,
of course I don't have
right?
hands in this
They-
bottle.
they-
God damn it!
And
I
on top of that,
noticed like the force around, like you could see it like move the clouds, move the water, move the dust. It just went boom. And then the second time I was like, that building's not there anymore. The third time I was like,
Yeah.
Well,
oh
if
my
you're
god,
going off
Jesus Christ.
what Frosted said about the atom bomb thing and the TNT, an atom bomb is close to about 1-2 megatons of TNT. It is a large explosion.
Large.
Yeah.
that can. I
Won't leave
know.
any-
Wait,
this-
was it megaton?
It was actually more
may-
close to a
Megaton.
hydrogen bomb, but it wasn't.
It-
but
oh,
because, only due to the
that
fact that it didn't
changes
leave
the
any
different.
nuclear,
That changes it a lot.
nuclear waste. But it was
Um,
bad. That's why. There's no more city there at all.
Hmm.
Oh
if,
my
if
god.
depending on the bomb you mention, it could have either been as hot as the sun as soon as it exploded, or as hot as the sun for a decent while it exploded. They get fucking
Yeah,
hot.
and like the guy that was standing on the balcony, he didn't duck. He got blasted on his ass because
Yeah, he did.
like you gotta if you watch it, he didn't just like fall out of shock. Fell because of the shock wave.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I hate to be
watched another
walking
video
the
where it
dog
was
next
people
to
on
me.
a street view, and they were like, "Oh my god, look what's happening!" And then it went off, and they were like, "Oh, and they started to duck, and you just see the camera get knocked off, and it was like, "Yep, yeah, they're on the
Yeah.
floor." That video ended with them on the floor.
They could have had
Yeah.
brain
You
damage.
just heard, you saw the shockwave coming, and you could hear glass breaking as the shockwave was coming, and then that's when they started to turn, and then it ended.
I'm
Well, no,
surprised
there
the
was-
person
actually-
still had their
The only
phone.
the only thing that actually
Right.
saved the city.
probably don't have it
city in its
anymore.
No,
The
actually,
only
you
thing
can
that
see
actually
after they
saved
look
the
back at
city
the
and in
thing.
its entirety
Oh.
is the fact the explosion didn't go too far outward; it went upward, and
Upward,
that a
yeah.
lot of that has to do. Yeah, a lot of that has to do with the lack of the concentration of the area that it was actually put in. The fact that it evaporates, go up. So what happened was, if it actually was contained and actually utilized, so this is how that's why I was sitting there like, I don't think it was sabotage. I actually think it was just someone being really ignorant to the
Reckless.
substance.
Yep.
It was
Mm.
reckless, and
Yep.
because if it was actually done out of malice and someone was doing that as a like bad thing to do, that would have like that video that we saw on that tweet wouldn't exist
Yeah, the
because there
destructive
wouldn't
force
be a
would've
city where he was standing.
My question about this is like, as I was watching the video, like, cause I analyzed it, like, I got to see like all the little sparks from extra fireworks that were in there. I saw like
There was no
the,
fireworks.
fire start. Well,
The sparks you were
there's
the sparks you were seeing were they weren't fireworks. The fireworks flowed. Those weren't fireworks. The sparks you're seeing was the individual containers loading as
okay.
setting off a chain reaction. The fireworks thing is like just bullshit. I don't believe that for a second.
Yeah. I
Because
believe
if you
that
look
too.
close,
Then
because not one firework was set off. Not one firework.
Quote,
set off.
before the big
Look at
explosion, you can
it
see in the
closely,
center of
there
the
were
fire,
small
you can see
explosions.
sparks, you can hear sounds like popcorn, and you can hear whistles. I have an article pulled up.
There was no. There was okay. Well,
This is a very specific behavior of
what I was seeing
fireworks. The visuals, the sounds, and the transformation from a slow burn to a massive explosion.
yeah,
How do
I'm
you
wondering
hear
how
a sizzle
if it's
to a
all just
pop
a
from a
storage
mile
area
away?
catching on fire. That's what I want to know, because like before the big explosion, like is that just like the entire storage area just catching on fire, and then before the whole big boom happens?
Yeah,
That's
because
what
what
I'm
most
assuming.
likely happened was one of the containers holding the subs exploded. If there was fireworks in the area, they might have been lit. But I guarantee no one just fireworks just don't explode. They don't.
Yeah,
they have
don't
to
just
be lit.
explode. Yeah. I only said
And you can
fireworks
store a
because, like, they were
firework
very
almost
bright
anywhere without it
flashes.
being lit, except in
Yeah,
a fire.
I was just saying like fireworks because it was like very bright flashes, so I don't know if they had other stuff there, but that makes sense from what you were saying earlier, because I don't know a lot about ammonium nitrate.
No.
And if anyone is curious who that quote that I just read out was from, it's from Bawaz Hayun. Sorry if I butchered that name. Owner of an Israeli firm that works with issues regarding explosives.
Yeah.
You know, for 2 seconds, I thought you were going to say it was from Larry the Cable Guy.
Consume.
Also, I do have the current estimates for the numbers, the actual explosive numbers. The force of a 3.5 magnitude earthquake and 240 tons of TNT are the most recent estimates, I believe.
It's like the closest to seeing an atom bomb that we would
Uh,
not
the
see an
cl-
atom bomb.
For reference, the
Yeah.
atomic bomb dropped over
Well, atom
Hiroshima
bomb would be
was
the
15
worst.
kilotons,
Well,
and this
still.
was this was 0.24 kilotons.
So
Yeah.
like
Still a
basically a
big-ass
quarter of a
fucking
kiloton.
explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still an incredibly massive explosion. It is close to the lowest possible yield for an atom bomb.
Jesus.
The biggest boom we'll see.
What if we just drop an atom bomb on the same bit and measure, and then we do all the math?
Well, I can definitely.
Well,
I see
I
no
imagine
flaws with this
the
The
plan.
plan.
nuclear fallout.
You know?
Radiation,
Yeah.
and then
No, I
people
see
are
no
gonna
flaws with
hate
it.
us, and then the fallout will start.
I totally forgot
What's that?
about that.
So I just read here
So
that the stuff was
Aqualon in
stored
my chat said, well, the Oklahoma City bomber used 2 pounds of that same chemical, and they had 2K tons explode on the dock.
Yikes.
The Oklahoma
Yeah.
City bomber used 2 pounds and took off the side of the building of a hotel building. I remember that. And they had 2,000 tons that exploded in Beirut.
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
So
You don't fucking
apparently the stuff was stored at a dock storage facility since 2013. Been there
Yeah,
for
in 2013,
years.
a Russian
7
ship
years, oh my
on course
God.
from Mozambique
7 years
stopped
of a
due to
highly
technical
explosive
issues,
thing.
and they had their shit confiscated because they were in debt. So then it's been stored there since.
It was just
Then
sitting
they-
there the whole time. Okay.
Yeah, cooking in the sun.
Ugh.
Yeah, this is a disaster waiting to happen.
pure
I don't wanna-
ineptitude.
I don't want to jinx 2020
Very.
any more than it already is.
Yeah, we don't need a jinx this year already, as shitty as it already is.
Yeah, we
Dude.
don't. Just no.
Dude, I talked to my parents. I was like, "What do you think Jesus will say when he comes back?" I was like, censoring it, but in my head, I was like, "Jesus is gonna come back." You're like, "You all fucked up."
I mean, most likely, yeah.
No, you know,
I'm gonna
you
be
know,
here like, "Hi,
Jesus,
Jesus, welcome to
you
hell."
Who's
Yeah,
you
pretty
I
know
much.
forgot what
Jesus.
comedian said this. It's like, why are you starving? What are you doing right now? I'm doing work. Why? What's that do? Give me money for what? So I can buy food. What do you mean buy food? There's food everywhere. I put it on the ground. Literally, I just left
That
it there so you can pick it up and eat it.
I know exactly which comedian said that.
Oh my
He
god.
goes,
I mean,
why are you
there
guys making
has
it
a
difficult
point.
for yourself? I literally, there are trees that grow this stuff. What do you mean you're paying people? What is pay? Why are you giving other people things so you can just go over there and pick it yourself? What is going on? What do you mean you ask other people to slaughter animals? What?
It's
I literally
straight up
just
like,
put the food on the ground for you, so you don't even have to go up
it's
high
straight
to
up
get
like
it.
you could get someone in the city and be like, "Hi, I gave you this apple tree," and they're like, "Nah, I'll buy it in the store." An apple tree? Take it off the tree.
Right.
Just take it off the tree. No, I'm gonna buy it in the store. It's the same. It's super fresh. I promise you. No, I'm gonna buy it in the store. God. Fine.
So-
I'm taking my tree
so
back.
what else do you do? So what else do you do with this money? Oh, I use it to pay bills. What are bills? Those are the things that you pay so you can live where you are. What do you mean live? You can live wherever you want. That's what I designed this place to be. What do you mean live where you are? You can live anywhere. You can literally look. There's a tree right there. Chop it down and make a house. It's just not that simple. What do you mean it's not that? Just chop down a tree, make a house. There's a cave over there. Look, free house. Why do you have to? What are you doing?
Not connected with Wi-Fi though.
I can't, what the fuck is Wi-Fi?
No, it's Wi-Fi. You use it to like maybe like
Is
play some like,
what's
League or
Wi-Fi?
something.
Watch
It's
movies. What's a
Wi-Fi.
movie?
What's a movie?
It's an animated
What's the
picture
next
film
topic?
that
What's a picture
people like-
film?
it's
a film?
a series of
What's a
pictures
fi-
that
what's
move
a
quickly
picture?
to give the
doesn't know what
illusion of running.
Max?
there was that conversation, and then I was
Sometimes you
also
just have
like,
to let them run their course.
if they know, it's like if they know how. What's going to happen in heaven? How much do you bet
Max, you know
angels are
What do you
taking
wanna
bets?
happen?
Like,
Don't look
what
at us
might
like
take
this is
a
our
dumb
fault.
decision.
Yeah,
It has never gone
Like,
smoothly.
I'll bet you 2 pieces of
One
silver
of
this
these
human
days.
off the cliff because his friends did. All right. Jumps off
There's
the cliff.
10 of
All
us.
right,
It
you owe
will
me 2
not go
pieces of silver.
smoothly. Even with
Well,
4,
actually-
that's a stretch.
Well, luckily,
Don't do
luckily,
that, people. Don't
Max,
do
my
that.
topic is
But
gonna be a
don't
lot
jump off.
more
I only
like
have
easy.
one person
So,
jump off.
anyone want
Jump
to
off.
talk about Shark Week?
Shark Week!
Mike
No.
Tyson.
Woo!
Mike Tyson's gonna
Yeah, that's
punch
my
a
first
shark.
thing
You
on
got
the agenda.
Affiliate. I was like,
Why?
One person. Or
This is why I don't have
1
Oh,
hours
cable
and 20
anymore.
minutes.
Oh, don't worry.
No,
There's
here-
ways to
oh,
watch it
Mike
without
Tyson.
cable. The article I
Famed-
pulled up
Yeah.
made sure of that.
Famed boxer Mike Tyson is gonna
Yeah,
go punch a shark,
And I actually
that's
have
the
the
best
entire
bit.
schedule for this week of Shark Week.
Why?
Exactly
So-
why?
Talk about Shark Week.
Mike
Yeah,
Tyson.
Here's the thing. Everybody
He's
that
gonna
knows
cool
bite
Shark
though.
a
Week
shark's
either loves
ear
Shark.
off.
Why?
Wait, they don't have ears.
No.
Don't worry about it.
The synopsis for Tyson versus Jaws Rumble on the Reef specifically
already
says
bitten
the
off.
shark didn't get bitten.
He's gonna bite off their fin.
The shark didn't get bit.
It's
Although
It-
Mike
it's
it might
Tyson
not-
astounding
was,
that we have to
after it
worry
bit
about
him.
the shark getting bit.
I'm sorry. When did? Because I remember the whole point of Shark Week when it first started was to help educate people about sharks. You know,
Yeah,
we
now
see
we
them
get
as
Mike
Oh
Tyson
yeah, no,
to
there's
help them, 'cause
there's
you could
still a
win
lot
one.
of that. I've been reading
education
through the
with that.
schedule.
Yeah,
There's still a lot of the
there's actually still a
educational
lot of
stuff.
that.
Got the
It's just they also have Mike
There's,
Tyson
like,
punching a
here's the
shark.
thing.
I got rid of
All
shark
right,
face.
You have Mike
here's the
Tyson
thing. I got the entire
doing
schedule. I know
animal
exactly
abuse
what's
on
gonna happen.
television.
Like, I don't know if he's actually gonna
Yeah,
fight the
that's what I
shark, but
wanna
like
see.
they have their whole celebrity lineup
God, okay.
stacked for like the first 4 days of Shark Week on at 9 p.m.
There we go.
At least like
That's better.
I don't know what time it is. Yes, Brad. Yeah.
I have a great idea for a show now. So what we
What?
do
What did the shark ever
is we
do?
get celebrities and a random animal, and we just make them fight.
So
You know what, Brent?
Oh,
You're
oh,
greenlit.
God.
does this mean you want
Hi,
to
this is
Hugh
Netflix and
Jackman to go
greenlit.
to
So I can
Wolverine?
get greenlit immediately.
But Fred,
Yeah.
Fred.
why? Why?
Kid Flash, thank you for the
Because
bits.
he wants to
That's why
get
I wanna
Hugh
see
Jackman to
Nicolas
go
Cage
against a
box a rabbit.
Wolverine.
Poor rabbit. Like, why?
That's the most
Poor
beautiful
Nicolas
thing I've
Cage
ever
is gonna
seen.
get fucked up.
So I just got
Congratulations
paid
on a
$1
rabbit.
to bring this up. What did the shark ever do? Why is Mike Tyson punching the shark?
Yeah,
Here's the
exactly.
thing.
Like,
All right. I don't know if it's
Well, let
actually
me
that's what's gonna
explain
happen. Like, if
Why
they actually
Mike
did
Tyson
fight
is
the
punching a
like,
shark?
I don't know if he's actually fighting a shark, despite the fact that it shows him like training to get in the water.
No, no,
like,
no, no.
remember, I've
I
seen this
have
like,
the
a bunch of
synopsis pulled
times.
up. I will read it. Legendary boxer and entrepreneur Mike Tyson is taking on a new challenge, and he picked the most unlikely training partner. Iron Mike will go head to head with some of the ocean's top apex predators, including the black-tipped reef
I
shark
Can't
and
wait for him to
Tyson
die
versus
on live
Jaws
TV.
Rumble on the Reef. With famed ring announcer Michael
going after
Buffer
a
calling these
megalodon.
shots, these two heavyweights will square
Wait,
off
with famed
underwater,
ring
where
announcer?
Mike
What?
Tyson will try to score a TKO over the massive shark, all in the name of research.
Okay.
That's animal
There's no
abuse.
way they're gonna like, despite his record, there's no way they're actually gonna let Tyson punch a shark.
Yeah, they're probably just
Well,
gonna
it's
have
just that
see
they're
if
not gonna
Mike
let
Tyson can
Jungle,
punch
what you're
harder than a
missing
shark can
is-
bite.
He's come in his mystery van with the talking pigeon he owns and his daughter and the other one that I can't remember.
Are you saying
And
Tyson
they're gonna come-
Mysteries? What the
Yeah. Yes, and they're gonna solve a mystery, punch a shark, and then it's gonna air.
I
What's so
swear
hard
to
to
God,
believe?
if the next season of Mike Tyson Mysteries does not involve Mike Tyson punching a shark after this, I'm gonna be disappointed.
Yeah, they
punching
should
the shark
actually
and then
still
jumping
on
the
there.
shark.
Yeah, they should legit do that on Mike Tyson Mysteries.
Fuck jumping the shark. I'm gonna hit in its stupid face.
This is what I saw. I saw a back to back. I saw Mike Tyson on Shark Week and then a Mike Tyson Adventures, and a bell rang, and he stood there for a minute, and
Punched his friend in the face. And she goes, "Dad." He's like, "Sorry."
the bell brings back old memories.
I hope it's just a man in a shark
Okay,
outfit.
so what else?
I
I
am
So,
wanted to
gonna
bring
buy
another
a
100
bell. I
bits.
immediately punched the person closest.
Okay, I
Look
was
at
paid
the
another
awkward-
$1 to say this. Quote, I hope it's just a man in a shark outfit from Kid Flash.
I hope it isn't. I hope
I
it's
hope
a
it's
genuine
Left
shark.
Shark.
You mean King Shark?
I mean,
from
Mike
DC?
Tyson
I wonder if
probably
they're gonna
isn't
give the
going to
shark
actually
boxing
punch a
gloves.
shark. It's probably just going to be him. And Frost, at least put it in the goddamn chair. It's probably just going to be him and a shark doing a strength competition where they each try to hit something the hardest.
Yeah,
But it's funnier to
honestly.
say Mike Tyson's
wanna watch him
Mike
drown.
Tyson. Mike Tyson's going to punch a shark.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Mike
Okay.
Tyson's
Now,
going to
Tyson
touch a
is not
shark.
only going to punch a shark, he's going to say it with
Tyson
his
here.
lisp, and then he's going to do it.
I legit don't. I don't think he's gonna punch a shark because Peter would be all over this like crazy. So
And
Yeah,
not
but
to
no one
mention,
gives a
we don't
shit
want
He's-
Mike
Peter
Tyson
anymore.
to die.
Okay, I'm going to finish reading the synopsis because I did leave out a one singular sentence. And don't worry, no sharks were harmed or bitten in the making of this episode.
Or bitten.
Or bit.
Right.
Because Mike
So-
Tyson's the one who's going to bite
I'm
the shark.
saying this now. I, Bread Fox 101, will punch a shark
Okay.
if he does not.
I thought you were gonna say,
There you have it,
me,
world.
Bread
Red
Fox,
Fox
punch a
101
piece of
is
bread.
going to punch a shark, and then he's going to punch Mike Tyson.
No!
I am definitely not going to do that. A shark, I
Okay,
think I could
He's
take.
definitely gonna
everyone,
punch
Tyson.
everyone
Tyson.
for
Oh,
everyone for the card of Brett Fox versus Mike Tyson. I totally paid to watch this.
I don't want to do
You know,
that.
I don't do pay-per-view shit because I think it's
Red
a
Fox,
scam,
just think of
but
the
I
$1
will
million to
pay
win.
for this.
Yeah, that $1 million will go
President
back on
conference? Nah, we're doing a little
restructuring my face after he's punched it. I'm sorry.
It's
See,
Mike
then you-
Tyson.
Now you'll be more handsome.
Hold on, Madam Jones posted in my chat. Mike Tyson, I'm gonna punch
Then
that sock.
Oh my god.
I'm
But
sorry,
it's
Mike.
gonna be
I know you don't
like
watch
this
this,
big.
but I'm sorry, Tyson.
It's gonna
I'm
be
sorry,
like
Mr. Tyson.
Okay, I'm gonna
I'll
send
agree
the
to
Shark
Mike
Week
Tyson
schedule.
boxing
I'm gonna send the
well,
Shark Week schedule
or
inside the
Mike
group
Tyson
DM,
being
and then
the
I want
corner, like-
everyone to pick their favorite, just based off the
I
names and
do-
synopsises.
I am going to agree to the Mike Tyson boxing thing, but it has to be the chess boxing because I'm pretty sure I could beat him in chess.
Okay, I'm
Okay,
personally
yeah,
looking
quick enough,
forward
and then
to.
it's
You realize
uh,
that
uh,
Matt's
break
smarter
is
than he
fine.
lets on.
What? No, that man bit someone's ear. He is not a
He
smart
won.
man.
Please.
Yeah, he bit someone's ear.
And then
He
he gave
won.
it back.
Yeah, because he
did give it
bit
back.
someone's ear.
He gave it
He did
back.
not give
And
it
he
back.
Okay, can I just point
He
out how
did.
this
What's
is
in your
turned
mouth?
from Shark Week to Mike
Drop
Tyson?
it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I wanted to actually list off all the other people that are going to be showing up for Shark Week, but we really
Oh,
got caught up on Mike
Nicolas
Tyson.
Now,
Cage
So
is
that's-
personally,
punch him off.
I just want to say I'm really looking forward to Sharks
That's
Gone
not
Wild
Shark Week.
3.
That's Moth Week.
yeah, whatever that's
I
going
want
to
a
be about.
Sharknado.
thing.
9.
Make Moth Week a thing.
Here's another thing. Let me look back at the list. So the other lineups in this one is that Shaquille O'Neal's coming back and Shaq Attack.
What's he gonna
Will
do?
He's
Smith is
also
actually-
going to
Run
punch a
That
shark.
just seems
Like-
unfair.
Kill
on
me.
Tuesday, Will Smith is actually going to be diving with sharks and Will Smith
Those
off the
poor
deep end.
sharks.
Oh, I do want to bring up with the Shaquille O'Neal one. He's also bringing
that's hot.
Dude Perfect and Mark Rober
hot.
from YouTube.
Nice hat.
Oh hell yeah! And then they got
Cool.
also on
Can we get
Wednesday,
Jenna
Adam
Marbles to
Devine,
bitch
which
us
is
a-
which is a
Go-
celebrity I really don't
Ma-
know about. He's coming back as well. And there also looks like that on Sunday they're doing a rewind of the previous Air Jaws to see like which shark can jump the highest out of the air. And then on Thursday they're going to be doing Air Jaws 2020.
Gotta go down.
So yeah, that's another thing. Yes, Brad.
I'm sorry.
So-
That one got
Discovery
aired
Channel
today.
has gone
Me?
downhill for the past like 10 years.
But
So
Shark
is
Week
all
is almost
Excuse me,
celebrated like
sir.
a holiday now.
Did you have your hand
Ah,
up?
there's that.
That's hot. It gets like
That's hot.
Bread,
That's hot.
speak.
Yeah.
Right. So I've got a couple
Forever hold
shark-based
your
events
peace.
that I've just been thinking about. So
She having out
I
over
wanna,
there?
I wanna,
Yeah,
I want a
looks like he was.
5v5 pickup game against anyone in the NBA that can get, and different variations of sharks. Just want to see how that would go. I want shark curling, where we get world's strongest man to throw a shark.
What type
Um,
of shark go? Are they
I want
throwing like
deal or
baby
no deal
sharks?
Oh,
with
Deal or
sharks.
no deal. The sharks.
Oh wait.
Um,
Do they get to keep the sharks
And
at the end, or
then-
do they are
Will
the sharks
Smith
the
and
ones
Sharks,
Sharks,
presenting?
aka
With
Shark
sharks?
Tale movie
What about
remastered.
Shark
Oh
Tank?
my
Why are
god.
there
no.
Oh
sharks
my god.
underneath them?
Okay,
What
I
do
was
I
paid
know? Of course I
another
know.
another
Of course I
dollar.
know.
Create a fear factor
I
with
have no
actual
idea
Will
what's
sharks.
Smith and
going
Sharks
on.
is aka Shark Tale
It'll
remastered.
be like curling.
Shark
Stop it
Grab
now.
the back of the
Stop it
fin.
now. Stop it now.
Shark Tale remastered. I've seen that movie. I know exactly. That makes perfect sense. And it's funny.
Shark Tale the Redemption.
Shark Tale the redemption.
There doesn't need to be
Hey,
redemption.
Okay. Anyone else got any good Shark Week pitches?
I've got loads.
Anyone
I'll
other
just keep
than
listing
Brad?
them
Get
off.
Hulk Hogan in there.
I knew it.
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan,
know what, I'd watch
DDT the
that.
Shark.
We got Hulk Hogan or Macho
What?
Man Randy
Okay.
Savage in there.
I'm
Now
gonna
hear
read
me
what
out
you
on this.
said.
Hear me out on this one.
Randy,
We get
Savage
Hulk
died.
Hogan and Mark Ruffalo. We get Hulk Hogan and Mark Ruffalo, and then they go on a search to find the biggest shark they can.
Mama sucks it, dude.
That's. Hey everybody, we're gonna be singing the Baby Shark song.
We're gonna be singing the baby sock song. It's gonna be that.
I feel so bad. He's such a nice guy. And I'm making fun of
You
him.
might as well just take Mike Tyson and Mr. Freeman and slap them together.
Yeah.
The lisp to break all lisps.
Holy shit! It's
Freeman.
Gordon Freeman.
Hey there, Mr. Freeman.
Mr. Freeman.
Hey there,
don't
Mr.
have
Freeman.
Mr.
How's
Freeman.
life treating you?
Mr. Freeman.
Oh my god.
Do you know what's annoying me? Is my favourite line that Mike Tyson has ever said, I cannot say on Twitch.
Aw,
I don't know if any of you know it.
I
No.
don't know it.
I don't know who Mike Tyson is.
So it goes,
What? What?
oh, fuck you.
I can't slap
you
my desk. Hold on,
lovely
wait a minute.
F word.
What?
There we go.
Are you surprised?
What?
Yes.
Really?
Right controller, or are you
What's the
okay?
next
No.
thing?
Do we need to
Okay,
educate ourselves?
What's
so-
the next thing?
Jungle, do you have any
What's the
last
next
things
item
to say
on
about
the
Shark Week?
list?
Because you're the one who brought this up.
Wait, what's that?
Do you have any final words for
You
Shark
want
Week?
a snack?
Yeah, I'm pretty much done. That's all I wanted to really say.
Okay, in that case,
y'all's
Jake
opinions on
fucking
it.
Paul.
We kind of have. Here we
Okay.
go.
I have
Matt
one
Ryan
thing
has
on
like
him. Do you know Far Cry
million
4?
unpaid taxes and
Yeah, what
about
about
a
Far Cry
million
4?
guns?
The
What
one
about
with
Far Cry
the
4?
father, whatever his name is.
The one in the Deep South.
Yeah.
Far Cry 5.
Is it 5?
Yes.
Yes, 4 is the
Okay, it's
one in
5.
Tibet.
Yeah. So,
Is that the one
why
with the
does
trailer
Jake
where he's
Paul-
like, oh no.
And the father and the that guy have
Why
in
does-
common.
Why does Jake Paul look like the bad guy from Far Cry 5?
He
Well,
actually
I
kind of does
mean-
in that picture.
You think about it. Okay.
It's like that man, like the,
Thank you,
the
Melody,
Paul
for the
family
raise.
have went somewhere that's not good.
Yeah.
Dara, I like how you did this and then like your ear just went. Yeah, like then your ear just went wee. I found it amusing.
you.
Okay.
Okay, so Jake
Paul's
Paul
going
situation.
places, and it's not good places.
Jake Paul's going places.
The
You know
Jake
you
Paul
can do this for
situation
love,
all
give you
started
money if you
in connection
Right.
to
was-
all the looting that was happening during the protests earlier this year. And so a SWAT team and the FBI raided Jake Paul's house, extracting numerous, most likely not the most legal firearms, and the dude owes a shit ton in back taxes.
I wonder
Oh,
why.
God.
Hmm.
I don't know
Google
Jake
mistake.
Paul's worth.
Why?
But
Why am I
it's-
not surprised?
He owes $2 million in back taxes. Which of course he's gonna get away with because he's rich. And then they found a bunch of guns at his property. A bunch of them. bunch.
I'm not gonna lie, when I saw
Thank
that,
you.
I don't know if any of you have seen the mask where he's pulling
I
like
saw
a
the 50
bazooka out
caliber
of his
sitting.
pocket.
Oh
That's what I
yeah.
expected.
I have a permit for that.
I have a
Well,
permit for that.
they
I have a permit for.
Yeah.
They pulled a. They pulled.
I could
I
fix
think
that.
they pulled like a 50 caliber out of his What was it? His hot tub.
They pull a 50
Out
cal
of
out of his hot
of
tub.
all the places to
What?
store a gun, why the hot tub?
Yeah, boys, watch this.
They either
wants to
pulled
fuck
it
that
out of the
gun.
hot tub or they leaned it against the hot tub. But I seen the picture.
Yeah, what they
They
say.
still had a
Fuck that
50
gun.
I can,
You gotta show your gun.
I can only imagine like the cops are like
You've gotta
sitting
show
there
your
like,
gun a
do you
hot
have any more
time before you
guns?
can fuck
No.
it.
What about the hot tub? No. Holy. How did you?
Yeah.
Why?
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 So you want to know? You guys want to know the
Seriously,
why do you
best
see what I
fucking
look like?
part
Wow.
about everything
Lord.
that happened with his
I'm a
house being raided
child.
and them
I'm
taking
a child.
probably illegal firearms? No one was arrested.
Probably gonna get away with it.
Why?
Yeah, nobody
What?
was arrested.
I think he's the
He
only
had a
YouTuber
50
that
cal in
deserves
his
to be shot.
jacuzzi.
Because he's rich
In
and
a
white.
jacuzzi by
and
his
a
own
dude.
50
Yeah.
cal.
And plus, he let him do what he let him go on with the investigation. He didn't resist.
Can I have that 50 cal?
Yeah, but
I want to take it on a second
can I have
date.
it back? Thanks. I live
But
in
I
a
mean,
farm
like, that
town. I doubt
weapon-
anyone would care.
that weapon that I'm talking about isn't legal in California for a personal use. It's actually not legal in a lot of
California
states for
needs
M32
personal.
rotary grenade launcher.
That's the other thing. What the hell you need a 50 caliber
You know how
for?
loud that thing is?
But they found
exactly, an
shotguns. They
assassin.
found a whole like a
You
bunch
wouldn't
of
be a
rifles.
very good
I don't know what else
assassin
they
if you had a
found.
50 cal.
I doubt he has a
Um,
permit for any of it.
Sergeant,
Out of silence.
Sergeant, there's an M32 rotary
Yeah.
grenade
Silence
launcher in
the
his
50
fridge.
cal.
I don't know why it's there.
To launch
can't
those
be legal.
brewskis, bro.
He just uses it to launch
Oh my!
beer
I
cans.
can actually see him sitting there.
Hey guys, check that out!
There's actually like a type of thing that you can get over beer cans that you
Like if they're empty, you just shove them in and it shoots them back out like a grenade launcher.
A t-shirt
Oh
launcher.
my god. Like a
Yeah.
potato
Shirt
gun?
launcher.
No, it's like a grenade launcher. I forgot what it's called because the dude on YouTube called Demolition Ranch used it. Except for he was putting tennis balls in it.
Oh, I've actually
Sounds
shot a
painful.
t-shirt cannon too, by the way, like a real t-shirt
When you've got to
cannon.
whip it, but you don't know how to keep them tired. Right, go 6 miles.
So I just want to let you guys know we've managed to get through 1, 2, 3 topics in the span of time it took us to get through the first one.
Okay.
Yeah,
also,
well, they're short-
nice.
they're
Real
shorter.
quick, real quick, I have a very important message for Frosted Dara, Jungle, Max, Arctic, Bread, Melody, and Jacob. Sarah says hi.
Oh my god.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi,
Hi,
Sarah.
hi, Sam.
Really,
There's
about
yes
that
and
fake
then- and then they're like, oh,
Jungle.
you could say everybody. I'm like, no, I'm not saying everybody. I'm saying everyone.
Oh my goodness.
I
In that
also
order,
know
with
my
my
chat
weight,
that I
that
have
50 cal
completely
would
not told
break my
looked
shoulder.
at.
Yikes.
Okay, so are we done
I think-
talking about Jake Paul?
Oh.
Because there's one last thing. And then
Sure.
and we've done it.
Yes?
One
Unless
last
something
thing and
else-
then we fucking
Oh,
did
wait,
it.
there-
This is an intervention.
Well, actually, there is actually one more thing that they
Huh.
said, like, is that
Mhm.
they also got like, apparently he was videotaped at the mall that had the looting happen, and basically his message was like, we were not shooting that film because we were participating. We were showing everybody how chaotic it was, and honestly, I don't know what to believe on that because I don't know how.
And they
good
found
it is.
loads of Tims
We-
in his
You guys smell that?
And
Like-
because
Do,
how,
do you guys
how
do you guys smell
chaotic
that?
it was.
Do you
Flips
guys
camera,
smell that?
friend holding 50 cal runs off. Oh shit.
You guys smell the same thing I'm
That's
smelling?
where he got it from.
It smells like a load of bullshit.
Do you know what I'm smelling,
Hi,
Max?
it smells like burnt
yes.
popcorn.
Probably the
Every
vape that you
every
let
time I
loose under
think
your
of
headset.
Paul Brothers, I think of his little derpy hat that he got
Yeah.
in trouble for
Yeah, a little bit of that.
in
Yeah.
Japan.
Yeah.
That I can't talk about because Twitch.
I'm actually
The
curious.
thing-
Can I
yeah,
actually vape
think-
without it going directly in mask? Science
Okay,
experiment.
pause the
folks.
podcast. This is science.
This is science. Are we all ready?
It's more science
This
adjacent.
chaotic little shit.
No,
This is
so long as we're
jackass
writing down
science.
our observations,
I'm
I'm
it's
Jake
Jake
Paul, and
science.
you're watching Disney Channel. I'm Jake Paul, and I'm doing crack.
This is the
Wow.
person they. This is the person.
It's so foggy in here.
Oh, I wonder
You
why.
guys turn up the fog?
Oh yeah, sorry, I turned on the
You haven't
fog
heard
machine.
Vape in how long,
Bread.
Brad?
Brett,
That's so
turn on your
loud.
turn on your high
Because I
beams.
can't see right now.
Brett, turn on your high
Look
beams.
at all this fog in
Turn on your
here.
high beams, man.
Okay, so
Oh
there
my
is
God.
one last topic, and I think this is something that people here are
Max, you're
going
gonna
to
give me a minute.
enjoy.
It's generally foggy.
Has
gotta
Been
finally stop
Hotel did
vibrating
get picked
violently.
up to be a full series.
Yeah, Has Hotel going on
Woo!
TV.
Hell yeah!
Wow, you can now watch
Wait.
cartoons swear with stupid noises.
There
that
has
don't-
been
they don't
a
need to be there.
single tweet about
Just
it,
like Family
and
Guy.
that is literally all of the news regarding it. It got picked up by A24, and it's going to be a full series. That's literally
What's
everything that they
A24?
announced.
I have a question.
Yeah, what is that?
I've never.
I have a
think I've heard of that
question.
channel before, but I don't have it.
I've never heard of it.
And how'd
I
you
have a
get it?
question.
A24 is a production company that has.
Hey, Alistair. Nice of you to
Oh,
pop on
oh.
in.
It looks like
Ah,
it's
excuse
on
me, sir.
I heard my
Hulu.
show was being talked about.
Maybe?
A24 is a production company that has made shows
show?
for Apple TV, Hulu, and HBO.
Who else do you
God,
think
I
is
said that, and the first thought was
Excuse
just Doomslayer
Yeah,
kicking open
that
the
I don't think it was
that card,
Oh.
that show definitely
Yoda
could not
slow?
air on anything
Internet.
other than like a
Yeah,
a
it's definitely gonna
subscription-based
have to be on a
platform.
streaming platform.
With all the
You don't
top-
think it would
yeah.
be on Adult Swim?
No,
No,
you
that's-
can't. If
I
it,
don't
like
think
the
so.
things
anything
that, the things
with
they
that being
talk
on
about,
broadcast
the
television.
things that
Oh,
they
anytime, that'd be
they
nice.
do and like show in the background and everything, it's like
4.0.
there's even Adult
I know.
Swim would be
4.0.
pushing it real hard. They would have
Let's
to
go
dumb
I
slap
don't
with
the
faster.
know.
crap out of it.
You
So when it's
They
released,
quite literally
have
could not put it on
Fuck
broadcast
did
television.
not.
will you still
Nazis.
be able to find it on YouTube, or
And
will
killing
you
of
have to find
Jews.
it elsewhere?
Go back.
hold on. Why can't it be on broadcast television? I just need to know
I
this.
changed fast.
Right.
Do you know how many rules there are for TV? Like actual TV, not Netflix TV, not streaming, literal actual TV.
Actual TV.
But okay, so what was shown that wouldn't be
What happened?
deemed okay?
I can
Fuck,
you
fuck, fuckity fuck, fuck,
I
fuck.
guess like,
Nope.
fuck,
That was
fuck. All of,
pilot.
all of the
I know,
toxin showing
so-
of drug usage, like just the massive amount of limb dismemberment. Yes,
I'll deal
other
with it.
shows.
I've
you know,
seen
have
that
shown
all on the
violent things,
Venture
but-
Brothers, which is on
I've
Adult
seen that on
Swim.
Family Guy.
Right.
And
No,
are-
they
and aren't
censor.
level,
There's
Fuck.
also an
They
adventure
censor
program.
Yeah,
the
not-
worst
not
swears
full.
that they say. They'll say things
I
like
mean, not
crap
like
and
cussing.
maybe the occasional shit, but they will censor
Yeah,
90% of their swear words.
yeah. They censor
Right.
any F
Then
words that are
censor
said.
them.
They
I
censor
don't.
any
I just
F
don't
words.
see why it would be a big deal if they censored. Because half the stuff I've seen on Adult Swim is very questionable to begin with. I mean, there was
Yeah.
that time
Yeah.
where they had these things called Squidbillies that used to sell cocaine and also alcohol that they brew that they made illegally, by the way, and they sold
Yeah,
that.
but
and
how
they
long
actually,
ago
at one
was
point in
that,
time,
though?
made it blind.
Oh, it's still
No
on.
matter.
It's still on.
Still on.
I
Like,
think
are
so.
they still
Yes.
making new episodes?
I don't think it's
I
new
could be
episodes. I
wrong.
think it's
Hmm.
repeats, like King of the
Rick and
Hill.
Morty's also on Adult Swim,
God damn
and
it,
that's
Bobby.
inappropriate to
Oh,
some extent as
no.
well.
No, that is
Well,
nowhere
That's not
near
as
the
inappropriate
extent.
as that's not
Well,
as
I know, but to
inappropriate as
some
the thing.
extent.
And yeah, and MDX said South Park, but again, that's also to an extent as well because they
Drawn
actually
Together was pretty rough, and they censored their swear words. Like they actually had those
Yeah.
F bombs and such, but they
Whoa.
censored them.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Funny when he.
Did I change balls for anyone else?
Nope.
No.
You're Lilith.
No.
Fuck.
On my side, you
Yes,
are
it
Lilith.
is always funny.
On my side, you
Oh,
are
She's not
Aerith.
Lilith.
Okay.
Borderlands?
For me,
just
she's
can
Lilith.
barely-
Has been
Whoa,
You have not
okay,
changed
that's
models.
weird.
then.
I now see
Late night
you as
really
your Has-Been
should
Hotel
not
1.
be the same
I don't
time.
know.
Yeah, I
cannot
can
see.
Maybe
see it work.
I see
on.
I can see it
Aerith.
working
Okay.
well. Like even Rick
Okay,
and Morty
so this
pushes
is
the
normal.
pushes the limits.
Hold on.
And as of
I
late,
just see the
I
robot.
mean, like,
Oh,
especially as
shit.
of late.
Oh
I
shit.
mean, like,
Ignore
Family
that.
Guy's been
Ignore that. I
pushed.
accidentally hit a
I
button.
tried to
My
change
bad.
it. Chief and it didn't work, so I changed into another Halo model.
Let's
and like
just
10 minutes
ignore that
later,
that
it shot
ever
back into
happened.
Chief.
Okay, what am I now?
Did you just show your camera?
It
Your
says
Has-Been.
Error model.
Well,
Error
Adult
model.
Swim
Let's
also
ignore the
have
fact that I
recent
just accidentally hit the call button on the
with
group DM.
For
bestiality,
me,
major
here,
drug use, and major gore and
Oh,
The
mutilation.
blonde demon chick.
It's the Has-Been one.
Yeah, you keep
Yeah,
coming,
is that a
you
Has-Been
keep
Hotel
moving
avatar?
the punk
There you
chick
go.
to
Yeah.
now I
Lilith.
see you.
Wait, Melody, do you mind going
see
what-
standing
For me, I
over
see-
there for a joke?
I'm gonna try hiding and showing your avatar.
Yeah, try that.
Right,
Yeah,
weird.
I've got a
show and,
joke.
Like yeah.
So,
All right, now you're
now
Lilith.
which Pornhub
That's weird.
category do
Okay.
you prefer? Cat, girl, or that one?
Oh my god.
Okay, you know what? Things are getting chaotic. We got through all the topics. I'm
Yeah.
calling it. I'm calling it here. Ending the recording.
Yep.
Hey, thank you so much for watching,
Woo,
everyone.
podcast
This has been the Z
over.
Tier
I'm gonna
Podcast, and until I
fucking
see you
kill
next time, I gotta end the recording, but I don't have OBS up. Bye.
Fucking
I lost them in
Yay.